Trojan family, Trojan gang. Mr. Fight On Forever is in the building, right? And before I start this video, I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm starting this new channel, Trojan Gang or Don't Bang. For those who, you know what I'm saying, I got the sports content on here and the entertainment, the street stuff. If you don't want none of the extra stuff and you just want all the USC content, go to Trojan Gang or Don't Bang. I'm gonna drop the link to the channel in the description so y'all can log on there. Go ahead and subscribe over there and just get all your USC content. Now we finna talk about the Iowa game. Hey, that was a big game. Tell of two halves. I gotta keep it real. It was a tell of two halves. Like the first half, we was feeling like we was back in them Grinch days. You know what I'm saying? We were feeling like we was back in them Alice Grinch days. How they were just methodically moving the ball downfield, a bend but don't break, but break defense. They quarterback was looking like Tim Tebow. He was looking like a Cam Newton. He was looking like a Heisman quarterback. He caught a touchdown pass. He ran for one. He threw for one. Iowa was geeked. They thought they had us. 14 up. We spotted them 14 points just like we did Northwestern. And I was like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Northwestern is different from Iowa. I was like, with that Iowa defense and how they finna try to manage the clock, this 14-0 lead really like a 21-0 lead. Then we got on the board 14-7. Then they got on the board again and made it 21-7. Then we went into the half 21-10. It was looking like the Grinch era already again. They don't pay for 42 points. I'm like, oh man, like the defensive line was getting pushed back 6-7 yards down the field. I'm like, what a fight at? Do they got on the right cleats? I think they must have like changed cleats or something at halftime, because the first half, our D-line was getting pushed back. We can't lie, they was getting pushed back. In the second half, they was holding their ground. It's like, what happened? Who is these kids? It's not the same kids in the first half and it was in the second half. It just wasn't. I don't know what Coach Henny told those boys. I don't know. Did they get their mind up? Did they wake up? Like I said, did they change them cleats? You know, playing out here, probably ain't used to the, you know what I'm saying? They ain't mastered their rain cleats yet. You know what I'm saying? It's a different kind of cleats you gonna put on in them trenches in the rain, right? I don't know what adjustment was made, but them boys manned up. And they came out balling in that second half, man. Jakeem with the interception, great reflexes. Most linemen dropped that ball right there. You know what I'm saying? Most linemen dropped that ball right there. But what's most important about this USC team is that's heart, that's resilience. We lose these games any other years. We lose this game going down 21-7, right? And the thing about it is, style make fights, right? And this was an Iowa style fight. We really beat them at their game. We really beat them at their game, especially in the second half. We came and manned up in them trenches. Gotta give a shout out to them kids, because the first half, it was equally opposite as bad. I ain't gonna lie. The first half, I was like, this is trash. Like, what a fight. Like, we really got bullied. So when the second half came, and they was doing the bullying, I'm like, why we can't have this for 4 quarters? There's not a perfect team, I know that, and no team is perfect, but you gonna think that you gonna give a competitive effort every snap for 4 quarters. So this make me question something. I love the team and I love to win, and I see when they dig down deep, they could do their thing. And this week ain't no excuse for our defense doing their thing. I remember when we beat Nebraska, people were saying, oh, if Raiola wouldn't have won out, we would have lost. Well, this is a game we was down 21-7. The other team quarterback who was balling didn't get hurt. We came out in the second half and put belt to behind. We put belt to ass the second half. Pitched the shutout. And part of the reason we pitched the shutout, man, I got to shout out dudes like Jaden Walker. Man, this consistent playing downhill. He was solo tackle thumping. This hit and running back, he was there thumping. It didn't matter, right? Kenny Urlacher, gotta give him some love. He was a beast in run support. Got to give him some love. He was stepping in the hole, stepping in gaps, thumping too. Solo thumping. I call it solo thumping. We're just you and the offensive player one-on-one, head up. You and Wood. Got to get a defensive line. G-Day and them. Even Keyshawn. Anthony Lucas. Anthony Lucas was causing havoc, right? They went from, just like that one of the announcers and the analyst said, they went from trying to run around blocks to running through blocks and shedding them. I'm like, yeah. Know what I'm saying? So before I run from this block, I'ma combat this block. I'ma push this block back. I'ma get it on its heels and shed it. And I start looking. Yeah. First half, you look at our defensive linemen, look like we trying to beat them to a certain gap and getting washed out the way. Right? Trying to run around them and getting pushed back instead of trying to apply force first. Instead of speed. See, in them trenches, you need to apply that force first. Especially when you in the interior, right? So they was second half, they was detonating. They was giving the first initial blast, then shedding. Instead of trying to beat you to a spot, try to out technique you, maneuver you to that gap. I'm finna get you on your heels first. I'm finna power first, then shed. And I think that was the difference. It's the mindset. It gotta be the mindset and the technique you using. If in the first half you getting pushed back 5-6 yards down the field, and in the second half you doing the pushing, you standing your ground. What did Iowa get weak? Did the physical dynamics, DNA change during halftime? No, it didn't. The mindset had to change. The technique had to change. The approach had to change. And I just saluted for our young Trojan Bulls. I just saluted because that was a gut check moment. People making fun of Lincoln Riley, being excited on the sidelines. No, he should. Because what it took to win this game. What it took to win this game is a gut check in them trenches that coaches can't teach. You just got to have. Right? That gut check. And they did it. It ain't like it turned into a shootout. No, we blanked them. 0, zilch. Second half, nothing, nada. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? So that's a big step in the right direction. Now the next step is just putting it together for 4 quarters. Putting it together for 4 quarters, man, on that defensive side of the ball. We gotta come out. We gotta find out what's gonna trigger this. We gotta find out what's gonna make these kids tick from the first quarter to the 4th quarter. And it's on the coaches, and it's on the kids as well. Come out, hold this standard every play, any time or day, because we gonna need it next week against Oregon. This is the perfect time, but this is that game. I've been looking for that changing point in the season where I can point back and say, this is where it clicked for the Trojans, where they took that next step. Now, where that next step, do I know where it's going to be? Is it national champion? Is it playoff? I don't know. But it's a corner to turn for this team. And it's what we seen in the second half, especially on that defense, man. Now, let's hope. I hope Kamari good. We going to need him. I hope Fitzgerald good. Man, I don't know about Fitzgerald, man. The first diagnosis, I don't think it looked good, but man, we need our guys because Oregon is going to test us in the secondary, and Oregon has a great offensive line. So that's why it was important to see this gut check of our kids coming out like this. We're going to have to play like this for 4 quarters against Oregon. I promise you. We're going to have to play like this for 4 quarters against Oregon to take out that win. But the blueprint is there. It starts with the heart, your approach, your mindset to go out there and get it done. And them kids was looking like dogs. And speaking of dogs, of course, Makai Lemon is him. I ain't going to waste y'all time picking him. Makai is the guy, right? Wide receiver number 1. Gonna be the first wide receiver off the draft board if he go out this year. Makai is him. Again, you got to keep giving a shout out to King Miller and keep giving a shout out to our offensive line. It's next man up. I know Elijah got injured again. It's next man up. It don't matter. That's why it's Trojan Gang or Don't Bang out there. You hear me? So subscribe to the new channel. This gonna be the inaugural video for the new channel. This all Trojan content. I'ma build it up, start it all over again, man. I'ma start it all over again. So come and bring y'all subs over here. Like I said, if you just want the USC content from your boy, because you know I'm expanding out, doing all kind of other content, but I ain't gonna never forget the USC content. You hear me? So it's big. What y'all think about this game and looking forward to Oregon? I think what I seen in the second half is what I would want to see head into the Oregon game, knowing we could play at this level, knowing we could play complementary football. Defense gets stops, offense gets scores. We playing good at the same time, and it was physical. It didn't go to track meet, old Pac-12. Like and just kept fighting on, kept fighting on. That's how we gonna do it, and I like how we won it. You know what I'm saying? This may not be the biggest game per se. I know when we beat Notre Dame with Caleb Williams and whatnot, and the Michigan game, right? But to me, this is that game. This is that game. This is my favorite win. This is my favorite win of the Lincoln Riley era, for the environment we won in, the injuries we had, the type of game we had to play. And it was pouring down raining like it's pouring right now. Right? It was pouring down raining in the rain. Trench play. They say we can't do it. This Big Ten football, we really answered the bell. We really could have got ran off the field. They was up 21-10. They could have drug us. They could have drug us. It was heading in that direction, and it didn't. Shocking turnaround for the USC Trojans. And if it's up, it's up. If we go into Austin and win that game, it's on. It's on. Trojan Gang, don't bang. We covered. I like how we did it. You hear me? So until then, man, like I said, stay subscribed here, though. Stay subbed here, because I'm going to keep putting USC content here. But if you want the all just USC content, man, and if y'all really rocking with Carter, you know I've been rocking with USC for a minute. Y'all really rocking, y'all going to go to the channel Trojan Gang or Don't Bang. You hear me? Until then, I'm out this time.